after the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Sanders. It's a squib kick picked up near the 25. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. And the Texans set to come onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Hand off right side to Pierce. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Throwing, Mills. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Pierce will try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. He's got room at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. It's brought in by Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Tua hit, and the ball is out. We hear them. Efficiency. And they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphins. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click around.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
It's a squib kick picked up near the 25. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Houston's offense taking over again. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. To throw, Mills. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. They're flipping over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now out comes Houston.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Burkhead moves left side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Right now I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the 4th quarter, but 2nd quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster. Try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Set to punt. Here's Cameron Johnston. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw now in his own end zone. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. 2 and now on 1st down. Open man is Waddle, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 46 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. 2 and now on 1st down. And they move this all the way down empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. So okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Oh, good return up past the 30. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. First down, Mills. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now a second down and 6. Working out of the gun, Mills. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Mills. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Hill on the return. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, but my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. On third down, here's Mills. And this is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this returnable for Hill. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Talk about flipping the script. That punt return 86 yards. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a third and 14. Mills to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most think
touchdown! Cedric Wilson, 34 yards. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. It's a squib kick picked up near the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Well, the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mills.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having, because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 41 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mills. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing just about on his own goal line. That's taken it around the 40. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return.
Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't it?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. A give to Burkhead on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Mills from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This is taken at the 15. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
We'll throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On play action, here's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because...
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 54 yards. And the Dolphins had 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking it all. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. Third and 14. Mills. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Mills. That's caught by Howard. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun, here's Mills. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They bring the man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
On that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Lovie Smith, he's seen plenty of challenges in his time as a coach, and he's going to throw the red flag on this one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw.
Open man, that's Gesicki down the field.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bradley Chubb getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, we all know this quarterback had to spend plenty of time studying prior to the game, but he has to be tired of seeing these guys, especially him. Third time now he's brought this quarterback down. Whole defense has had a great game, but 3 sacks, not hard to find who one of the leaders of that effort was.
37 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game, you're really happy. You're over 200 like he is, you probably want that ball after this game, don't you?
You want that one. You want to continue to call the same plays in any other game you play. You're having one of those magical performances that just never want to end. And you know something? Your fellow receivers, they get those clenched grins right now like, congratulations. Now, why isn't it me?
Well, so far, it's been all about him. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Ready. Delay of game.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory, look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills. Flushed under pressure again, and down he goes again. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.